Start.
And my name is Onur, representative of Celo Germany.
Yes.
We are making this meeting for introduction to Celo, and I hope you can have a good time.
Yeah, thank you. So, what is Celo? And Celo is like Ethereum layer 2 for those familiar with layers, and with like a huge focus on mobile apps, and we are building for like a real world use cases. So basically the whole chain is designed to be like a low cost for the payments worldwide. And some of you who are in the crypto already might know and might be aware that Celo is like very well established in the emerging markets, means mostly Africa, with plenty of local currencies and cross-border payments. So the thing is getting kind of good use case globally right now. And also, a lot of you most likely may hear that crypto is useless. And well, it's useless until you need this. And if you think about us, and you think about Celo, and you think about the globally, not in the only Europe, for example, only States, let's take cross-border payments. It's kind of like a huge use case because in many countries, for example, you can't get USD money, you can't get euro. You need to exchange it, let's say, from officialities. But using crypto, I mean, paying in different currencies, it's easy. It's like how crypto was designed, how blockchain was designed for. So in exactly that plenty of principles that Celo was built for, and some of like the key features, I won't go through all of them. It's like we've been optimized for mobile first usage. So I will introduce the MiniPay a bit later, but we can tie basically a long wallet address, so 0x something, let's say a bank number, to your phone number. So essentially we can have like a list of contacts through the phone numbers and send them money very easily. So there is like a 1 second block finality, which means there's like high throughput for transactions we can put, and they're let's say almost final. You can pay fees in like local stablecoins. So that's something a bit unique from you can see in like different layer 2s, different networks, because you don't need like 2 tokens. Usually you need a gas token, let's say Ethereum, and some token to perform the transaction from like a stablecoin or something like that. No need for that. You're using 1 token, which is familiar to you, which is familiar to your network, your environment. We are like going as a governance, it's like purely decentralized. So whatever you have like tokens, like a Celo token, you can take part and actually govern the decisions of the chain. Also, we have like plenty of programs to support builders, to support like projects, companies, and you're totally welcome to basically be a part of Celo. What's more? Low transaction fees, 0.001 is like even not a cent for the transaction, and I'm thinking that is like most important thing to basically consider as building on. Let's get in more. Why mobile first? Because that's the question I was personally also popping in my head. I mean, how to answer this like very well, because most of you, I think, are aware about crypto, are aware about doing things on a blockchain, using DeFi apps daily, using on Twitter every day. And I see on the audience most of the people sitting with their laptops. And for me, this is basically kind of the question and the answer that crypto was designed to be used on the desktop. And plenty of people still using it on the desktop. While even myself, when I need to do something in crypto, like, simple swap exchange on DEX, I hate those on mobile because the experience usually is like bad, right? So let's maybe answer this question like more globally. So 3 or 4 people in the world like own mobile phone, basically. All of you here own mobile phones. I have on my mobile phone. I mean, if we are traveling, we're using mobile phone. So like the mobile phone, I think for most of us is like the daily thing. We are connected. Not every day I'm opening my laptop, but every day I'm, let's say, opening my phone. I'm going to sleep with my phone, etc. It's not like bad, I mean great behavior, so don't really follow that. But yeah, I mean the point is that we are using mobile phones like almost every time. And as I mentioned before, the D app, like not even the development, but the D apps are optimized for desktop. The development itself is really optimized for desktop because the mobiles are still into kind of the niche we've been exploring for quite a long time, but more and more projects are putting the mobile first. In like traditional market, let's call this Web 2 market, the mobile is usually first. So mobile first design, mobile first applications. In crypto, it's changing a bit. So to put you a bit of perspective, the users accessing blockchain via mobile is like way more than accessing via desktop, and we might see this already, for example, with Phantom and Solana, which is like purely designed for mobile experience. And more like those apps, well established, are bringing the experience into mobile a bit better. So great to be on like a frontier of this. So yes, and in that case, in that matter, basically we want to build apps that provide value to everyday users, because those users are your users, are the users you can easily access to. So let's use the technology which was essentially designed for like everyday, from payments to cyberpunk, to basically use it for the greater good. And for that, we're introducing MiniPay, which is introducing kind of well established. But the MiniPay, let me run this quick video to showcase all the things. Oh, it's working, great. So basically it's a wallet with instant stable coins, with the apps integrated into it, with like an easy access, with all the contacts and possibilities to send money directly within the app. It's also connected to, because it's built with the cooperation with Opera. So I assume most of you know Opera. It's like one of the biggest browsers with 100 million users, as far as I remember. So basically the MiniPay, the wallet, the application itself, have right now around 4 million of users. So this is kind of like a good market if you tap into it, because the audience is already there. So you just need to add more products and more things to it. Okay, sorry. Go back. Nah, not this. Okay, so some of the key features already told. So it's like map phone numbers to wallet addresses. So you don't need to worry about 0x. Need to worry about 0x, etc. You just have a phone number in your phone. You just remember phone number. So this is like well easier to transfer money, to send money between people. This is like very fast, almost like instant, with a really low costs for the transfers. In terms of like getting a bit of attraction, there is like feature the app page with all the mini apps. So those mini apps are presented. I don't have like a screen for that, but there's like a list of apps. You can have like one of them, and your mini app for one of the program can be featured, etc. Ergo, there's like 30 mini apps, something like that. So if you can get into the list, it's not hard. You're tapping into the market. Just do things which is useful. And of course, which is like most crucial at the end of the day, this was designed for non-crypto people, because I believe, and I'm a builder myself, I ship a lot of products. When I'm talking about mobile, I'm kind of having this kind of regression that I'm usually building for desktop, because I'm a desktop native. And also, whenever we are building apps, usually, from my experience, we are like, kind of tied into Connect Wallet, right? So everybody, whatever you are doing the app, the first thing is to install VAGMI, install Web3 provider, do a Connect Wallet, and when you do this, then you can start develop apps. So we actually tie our minds into, okay, I need a wallet connection to log in, and why? I mean, It's like for me, it's sometimes like I need my bank account to open some application. This kind of vibe, and we're trying to change that into you have phone, log in by your face, log in Google, open the app, and voila, your wallet is integrated. Wallet, basically your wallet is integrated, but it's easy. Yeah.
But how is the wallet then managed?
Uh,
I mean, there has to be a private
Yeah.
and public key then, right?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, it's
what is the PDA like? Or is this a thing in female PDAs?
sorry.
Program derived addresses?
There is an address, so it works, let's say, the same way, but it's abstracted for the user. I mean, he still see and can copy the wallet address, but it's no need, for example, to install, MetaMask or Ruby to connect to the app because it's like built in.
How can I make sure that that nobody else has
Mhm.
access to the private key? So there
That's-
has to be a thing like locally on my phone or something. I don't want to share this.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know how to answer right now because I'm not sure about the architecture. During the workshop, we can actually try to find answer for that question because I'm also curious right now. I assume it's either stored in one of the custodians, which might be integrated, either it's locally or something like that.
The
So-
other idea would be Thieves. You can use Thieves to code it in a container and check submit. So it will be a solution that way.
I mean, if you are building, yes. Okay, great question, by the way. Can I continue? Yeah. Perfect. So, why build on MiniPay? First, Opera large user base. So right now it's around like 4 mil of MiniPay users. So you're tapping with your application to like global market. Second, the browser itself and the company itself is reaching around like 100 million users. So this is kind of, you can expect the growth, basically, as the short answer. There is like integrated the app directory. So wherever I'm opening my mini app and you already joined the ecosystem, you will be shown. So essentially, new apps, etc., they will be put into my eyes immediately. So in the contrary, in the opposite, wherever you're thinking about the building in crypto, if you build something, you usually create, like Twitter account, etc., and you just try to reach the market. So spam and post, do replies, do marketing campaign to get to the users, because users don't know about you. Even if you're solving the best overall problem on the market everybody wants to solve, in this case, you're tapping into the market, people see you like instantly. The last one, I mean, we want to focus on like the everyday life. So essentially, you can think of how we can use blockchain in everyday life, like how this can be useful. And this is especially shown like from the past in Africa, how Celo basically transformed kind of the way of how does it work basically, right? With the local currencies, with the cross-border payments. It's like a great example of useful technology.
There's a question from
Yeah?
from online. So no access to iOS users?
It is. And MiniPay works on iOS, on Android. So yeah, there is access to both. I mean, I'm actually have a MiniPay on my phone, so it's iOS, and it's working. So yeah, it works on both. And what we want to introduce to you, I hope I answered your question. What we want to introduce to you is a circuit program. So basically the program which is running the whole thing and the other sessions in different countries. So what is circuit program? Most likely I'm pronouncing it wrong because I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. So it's like a 3-part builder journey, basically where we're connecting European developers through interactive session, because you can know Celo from very well presence in Africa, and we want to grow this presence across Europe. And basically like 3 things which are going to happen. First is this workshop. So like the bootcamp workshop, where The overall goal of this is to spark the ideas, like the one we've been talking about. It's a great idea. Try to do like a team matchmaking, like team building, exactly. So basically, try to discuss, figure out what we can do, get some ideas, build something. That would be great. Second, online build session. So we're gonna turn like one of the, let's say, prototypes into like functional app, like mini app. It's going to be still decided. And the second one is like a lunch session. So basically you demo, you pitch, and you compete for the prize, which is like, I think, the most important part here. But not only. So for the prize, it's like 27K Celo in like total rewards for the top projects across Europe. So basically how to participate, I mean, I will tell about a bit later, but just join, ship, build, give ideas, spread ideas, brainstorm, and join basically the top projects.
And don't get worried. Like, let's say you don't get into the top 5, then there will still be a follow-up, and
Of course.
will support you. The main idea of this thing is finding developers from Europe and getting into Celo blockchain and making them into full-time, long-term developers. So
Yes.
just don't focus on, hey, we have a great idea, and this great idea get 6th, 7th, doesn't matter. In the end, as part of the blockchain, we will support you.
Yes, and Celo is great in that, which I will get into it a bit later. There's plenty of programs you can use. So what is the goal of Circuit program? So yes, we're looking for builders who wants to ship first mini apps. Any idea about the mini app? AI-oriented products. So some of you might already know like X402 standard, which was recently introduced by Coinbase and Google. Which is a great standard for whatever you're running some API or something like that, and you want to give access to thing you build for AI agent through like programmable money. This is the standard to go for basically. And AI agents, of course, like DeFi apps, they are always cool. Social, art, but to be honest, anything useful. We are looking for the ideas. Something which is not in the market. I mean, even if it is, that's great. Maybe we can improve this. So anything, any idea you have, I'm happy to discuss. I'm happy to collab, help, support, do anything I can to make it happen. And yes, it's not the end. It's not like only program we have. It's not only program we are running, because for me, it's kind of like the idea is, let's say, very simple. So you start on Circuit program, you are top team or not top team, doesn't matter. You are opening yourself to the ecosystem, which is like very pro builders. Because I put only like 4 programs, there's like at least double, so 8, maybe 10 open for the builders. So if you start building, start working, let's say I have idea, I start building this. First, you shipped. What you can do? You can go to the Mini App Monday. And Mini App Monday is basically a week-long running program where your application, your mini app in that matter, is featured. Your Celo account is like putting this to give a builders and the audience visibility. And it's like, top first application on the Opera MiniPay to basically use, and also you're getting, let's call this like marketing budget to spread across your audience. It's like the first program we have. Proof of ship, the second one. The prizes are a bit bigger. It's like, of course, prize pool. And proof of ship is like a month-long program where you can essentially submit proof that you are shipping, as the name says, and while you're growing your on-chain reputations, you're still getting support from the foundation, from the Celo. And also from me, we are here to help, we are here to discuss. And you can participate, you can show that you are doing this. So yeah, that's another program how you can grow. basically from the very start to shipping, weekly, monthly, to when you established, some ground up, like you show that the first users are coming, you're doing transactions, you can participate in proof of impact, which is like still prices are growing. And this program is basically to reward applications who are doing, generate transactions, like showing the network growth, aka basically growing the Celo pie. So wherever you are like participating in the ecosystem, like helping to grow the ecosystem, you can participate in a bigger program. And last one is for also a bit established apps who are working on like the network, on the mainnet, who are show the early signs of growth and product market fit, which is like really important. They're also having another program. So, and this is just a part of programs we have here. So you can you can just visit the page of Celo pg.echo/programs, and they'll all be listed. They all are running right now, and you can very simply participate. And yes, how to participate? How to participate in Circuit program, actually. You need to register on KarmaGap. I will provide the link in a sec. And also register on Lemonade. So the Lemonade, some of you might already saw, because we need like the same wallet address. So I assume all of us here is familiar with wallets to register on those two platforms. So basically as a, let's say, proof of attendance to basically participate in the Circuit program. And yes, those are two links. One is for the Lemonade for this Berlin program. The second one is Celo EU Telegram. So basically this Telegram is for communicating with us, because we are running this, let's say, show within like 4 countries, 4 cities, I think even maybe 5. All of the countries have their own channel, but I will be supporting all of them with Rika, with rest of the team. So happy to handle all your questions. We will be also having the office hours, let's say like that. But basically, for me, the answer is always simple. If you have idea, if you have question, if you have anything, just write on the channel, write on a private message, anywhere, and we will get the answer for you. Even if you don't know, we will try to get this for you to make the building easier. So yes, this is basically finish of the very first part of today's meeting. Let's call it like that. Any questions?
Let me explain something.
Yeah?
So, first of all, don't be worried. This is the Celo program, first part of the program. Please sign into Lemonade. Even today, when you make your projects, we want you to sign and you can upload, and this is like proof of participation. Regarding Celo EU, we also have like Celo Germany channel. So anyone from Germany or like want to stay here, we can create a group and we will support you in all of your questions. And if you are a student, like you just joined the community, you are not blockchain engineer, we will be here to support you from start to end. Exactly. So your projects are valuable. You will be appointed into teams, and even though like you don't feel like, hey, I may not do this, you will do this. And any question, we will be here to support you. So some of the people here are maybe crypto natives, but like ideas are also matter very much. So if you have like good idea, cool idea, and you want to participate in Celo ecosystem, we are here to support you.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Question. Do you have any questions for this part? Okay. So can you raise the hand who is like, let's say, crypto native, owns the wallet, and use at least once like any on-chain app? Okay, not everybody. Great. So yeah, because the rest of the meeting is actually kind of a freestyle, let's call it like that. We want to engage with you. We want to show you how to spin up the mini app locally, etc. But first and foremost, it's like about the ideas and about what you want to ship. So For those non-crypto native, let's maybe start with explaining the wallet. So basically the extension I mentioned, the one we kind of plan to get rid of, but you still sometimes you kind of need this if you want to build like more DeFi, not MiniPy app. So yeah, so there is that way. Okay, now can I sit? Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's this one. So yes, this is. So basically, there are a couple of wallets you can use, and you can think as a wallet as something like your own bank with your own custody. So the case is, and what I'm showing is because let's say MetaMask or Rabi Wallet are the well-established wallets on the market, which you can use to access like crypto applications. So let's take Mento app, which is like DEX on Celo. Right here, I won't be like installing this, etc. It's like very simple extension where you can create your wallet. What that means, you will get the. Actually, let's do it. Okay, there's. MetaMask, give me a second. MetaMask extension. There's portfolio, they build a lot. So let's start with extension. So basically, you're downloading this. I'm on the Opera, so okay, I have it right now. I'm just not using. Okay, let's reset this wallet. Yeah. I need to reinstall that because I had this before, so it just pins up my wallet and everything. So yeah, we are like any other extension, just adding this to our browser. When it's added, it's basically getting me to the let's start page. And you see like I can either create a new wallet, either I have like existing one. So I don't have a wallet. I will just create one, and I can either continue with Google or Apple, which is the easiest option, either use a secret recovery phase. For secret recovery phase, it's like very simple because you will be, let's say, a custodian of your funds. Custodian means you will receive the seed phrase, which is like 12, or for 24, I think it's 12 in terms of like MetaMask. And those seeds are used for creating your private key, and private key is actually like a long string, so a lot of like, letters and numbers, which are used for accessing the funds. So basically, this key is the one you're not showing to anyone. I mean, I'm most likely gonna show you, but it's only for the showcase purposes. Don't do it. Okay, so let me actually. I understand. Yeah, so there is like a secret recovery phase. I will just reveal that because I'm creating this wallet only for showcase purposes. So just like 12 words, and those words are like your password to your bank account. Let's say in like crypto, you can think about this. So if I lose those words, I don't have access to my bank account, but in banks, like people can help you. In like this solution, people can't. So you just need to be aware that this is basically a key to your bank at this matter. So I'm just gonna like copy that because I assume I need to put some of them. Yeah, let's do this. So I know that first is match. First match 7. 7 is measure, and 8 will be corn in that matter. Continue, perfect. All right. Just skip. And we have a wallet. It's created, it's connected, I can then connect this wallet to, let's say, Mento. It should open my MetaMask, I hope. Or might not. Okay, it's open, my MetaMask, so I can connect to the Celo network, and basically there I will see my balance. There is no balance right now because this wallet is just fresh with nothing on there. But what we can do is to top up this wallet using the faucet. So basically, there is a concept of networks. So the network, as you might heard about, Celo, of course, you heard about the Ethereum, the Base, the Binance Smart Chain, and any other Solana, for example, mentioned here. So this page is called Faucet, and Faucet allows you to get the tokens on like the testnet network. So the testnet basically is a network which you can use for testing the applications. So messing around with them, just trying. So you simply just get the address. It's the Ethereum, like Celo, we can copy Celo, it's the same one. And you can click claim. It's not gonna work for me on this browser because I'm not connected with GitHub. I use a different browser on the day. But when you click claim, it should transfer you the, I think, 3 Celo tokens on the testnet. So remember, it's like just test tokens. You can use them to build projects. You can use them to try, but they have like no value basically. But you can use those tokens, which is like important for trying your mini app. And I'm gonna quickly like switch to different wallet, which I'm using daily, which is like Rabby wallet. And in Rabby wallet, I have like a Celo dev address. So basically, let me just change the wallet very quickly, like the connected one. Rabby connect. Yes, so on this wallet, I'm connected to Celo Sepolia testnet. So basically the testnet, so test environment, you're getting the tokens for. And you see that my balance is 202 basically Celo tokens. And what can I do using this app? And also why I'm showcasing this is to change those tokens to CUSD. So yes, right now I'm gonna swap the tokens. I need to sign that. So what basically I mentioned during the wallet creation is that the wallet you create, let's say your own bank. So you have like full custody of the funds within this wallet. And the full custody means you are responsible for everything. So you're signing, and without your sign, those funds cannot be moved from the wallet. So if you sign that, essentially I'm signing the swap. So you'll be changing 50 Celo tokens for 16, 15 something CUSD. And yes, my transaction went through and the balance basically changed. Of course, it's testnet. Those are just test tokens. And yes, why do we need them? We need them, and what I wanted to show you is how to spin up the mini app. And in the mini app, we can actually use those balances for doing something. So yes, let's maybe now go through the, 0 to hero in mini app environment. So I will show you how to spin up a local environment and connect your mini app to your phone.
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
So during the workshop, some of you already know all of this, and some of you never did this before. So for the people who want to create an app and get some questions, we will answer all of it regarding the token creation, faucet part, making our first swap, Mento process. Like Mento is like right now for me the best swap for CUSD at least.
Yep.
For stable coins on Celo. And we are making first swap application here today. For ones who are on their laptops and who want to create an application, first thing you need to do is like working with Manto and taking a faucet token, having your own Celo, and then we will swap your Celo into CUSD, like you showed in the meeting, in the presentation. So any questions you have, I'm willing to help, and we are here to help during the workshop. So don't get panicked. For normal developers, these things are already normal, like it's intro level. But we are aiming for university students to get into the Celo.
Yes, basically what Celo is a bit different is any of the like native tokens, native stablecoin tokens can be used for the payments, can be used for the paying for the transaction, because how does the networks work? Whatever you are doing any transaction on the chain, you need to pay for that. So those, in terms of Celo, those fees are almost negligible. They are like very tiny, but still you need at least fraction of token basically to be able to do it. So this swap basically is just like a very base example of what you can do with crypto, exchange tokens, similarly as you exchange money, for example, in the bank, in the Revolut or any other application, say USD to Euro, you can do here. Have any online question? You just look at me and smile. So have any online question, or it's all good? Okay, good. Okay, so yes, I'm not gonna save this, so you don't need this. Let's remove that. I was like, testing if everything works. Surprisingly, it doesn't. So yeah, what I want to show you right now is basically how to spin up the MiniPay environment. So don't be like worried. Okay, so first question, who have the coding experience? Parts. Sorry?
Can you repeat the question, sorry?
Yeah?
Yes, please.
Can you repeat the question?
Who have the coding experience? Okay, perfect. So this is gonna also be quick. I just want to, kind of get familiar with how to start. So it's not like, something, build a mini app, but you don't know what and how does it work. So yeah, they're the docs. So docs.celo.org. We will be providing all the links and everything to the channel. The docs are fairly straightforward and basically explaining, okay, step by step, what you need to do to spin up the local environment. The local environment means you have the application running or your machine. In my term, it will be my Mac. The application is using, in our case also, is ngrok. So ngrok basically is a application tool which allows us to access our local application from outside world. So essentially it's putting a proxy into allowing people to connect to our local application, trying to make it easy to explain, which at the end of the day gonna allows us to run our applications, to show our application, use our application in the MiniPay in our phone. So yes, let me start with the very basic. It's like even like getting started. Yeah, there are all the links basically. So the faucet link, for example, like how to deploy on the Celo, some tooling you might want to use. Also like the quick start with Celo Composer. So the Composer is like a set of tools, like a script, which is spinning up all the base things you need to build your app. You need to start your mini app in this matter. I will just simply copy that. So basically npx Celo Composer latest create and move into the console. So I hope it's visible. I can make it a bit more and just paste this. So this is the first step of us creating our mini app. So simple. And I will just make it Berlin. Yes, so Berlin testing mini app. And we can choose a couple of templates. So it's either basic template, or Farcaster mini app, mini pay app, or AI agent chat app. So I will choose like a mini pay app. Just click enter. And for me, it's like hard hat, which I'm using on like a basis. Install dependencies, yes. So right now the composer is creating the project for us. I mean, if you want me to stop, etc., just say. I will stop and explain a bit more.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the Wi-Fi password here?
This is a good question.
Is there a Wi-Fi password for guests?
Ah, yes.
Michael,
Sorry.
maybe we can show on the screen so people can.
Yeah, probably in the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Okay, let's wait a bit till we have the Wi-Fi. It's actually the most important part we all forget.
Can I send you by Telegram?
Yes, you can send me. I will show here.
Maybe after the mini app application, we can make a break.
Yeah, of course. I think after the mini app, we can take a break and basically go into ideas and brainstorm.
Yeah.
And just chat, have a kind of, Yes. So the name is 22 Berlin guest and password is 22 don't panic.
40.
Yeah, 42, sorry. I'm messing all around. Let me know when you connect. So. Everybody connected? No worries.
It's a basic template, yeah?
Mini app.
Yeah.
Mini app, yes. Let me move this a bit.
And hard hat.
Yes. Yes. Install dependencies.
And you need this PNPM, right?
You can use npm, which is like base for provided with the node when you install.
Yeah,
But I tried with NPM, it's
I mean, I'm using PNPM because it's like a bit faster and it's just faster.
it's also, I think, not compatible with NPM. I don't know why. I tried NPM I, installed node modules, and then it's not running by NPM dev.
You mean when you created by the composer?
Yeah, I created the composer.
Yes, I mean there is an issue with this app. I will show in a sec.
Okay.
It doesn't work from the very start, so we need to fix it first. we need to change this. I mean, fix it globally, of course. It will be handled, I believe, this week or next one. So I assume all of you connected to the Wi-Fi. So when you have the application installed, basically there are two next steps, which is to the next directory called Berlin. When I'm in the directory, I can simply just npm dev. So basically that means run local environment, and you can follow the logs. So of course it's running like a turbo dev, like two packages. We have hardhat and web. And this basically runs our next JS server, which is accessible at localhost port 3000. But when I open this up, I will just close this. When I open this up, there's like nothing is happening, and nothing is happening, because this is not really working from the scratch. Give me a second. Yes. So what you will see is there is an error, and this should not be expected. I learned this trying this pinup today. So let's quickly fix that, because it's like, let's say, not a typo, but it's a kind of an issue of bad import. So I will kill the environment by Control-C or Command-C, I think Control-C. So let me quickly introduce the fix. So open the IDE. I'm using cursor, so I have like AI help, but it's not necessary. We have like two directories here. Within the apps, it's actually a contracts and web. The web is what we are looking for. There is like a couple of folders in it within like the gray ones. So like a turbo, .next, node modules / node modules are the ones we are not touching simply because they are used to build application, to run the application by the Next.js / node. What we are touching in that case is like src, which means source. Within the source, we have like a directory of app. Yeah, so maybe let me go through quickly a bit within the repo structure. We have the app, and in the app we have like two files. And why I'm coming into the app like right now, because the app is actually the directory where we are defining the pages. And pages are the views like users can see. So globals.css is the CSS styles. So basically it's showing how the app is looking, but we'll see it in a sec. Layout means basically like defining the metadata, defining the font, defining the description and stuff like that. This is, bear in mind, the very basic setup. Usually in like more bigger apps, more complex apps, you see various providers, etc. Here it's abstracted. It's like, it should be very easy to run. And what we are heading into is the page. Page is the first page actually user will see when he spin ups the app. But this page right now is not working because we had this issue. Sorry? Yeah, this is navbar. So what we need to do is to open the components. And I know that the issue is actually, we can fix the navbar. So we need to open the navbar file. And in the navbar, there is a problem with the import because it tries to import from the connect button file, the wallet connect button function or component. But when we go into the connect button, we see that there is not wallet connect, there is just connect button. So we simply need to fix wallet connect button, or actually the easier fixed will be go into connect button and just simply add wallet. So please open the components directory, the connect button file, and change the connect to wallet connect. So So before we had connect button, and we should have wallet connect button. When we fix it, please save. And also what you can see is there is like set is minipay. So basically it's the use effect while connection is looking at whatever you are connected to the minipay environment or not. So when you fix this, I will just give you like 1 minute if you are following the code.
Can you share the Wi-Fi again?
Wi-Fi password?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sec. So the password was 22 don't panic. With the 42, I mean not 20, 42, Berlin guest Wi-Fi. Okay, so when you already changed that, I will just simply, go back to my console, put pm dev, start local environment as I used to start, 5 minutes ago. And now when we,
Sorry, I just
Yeah?
want to ask you. After this npx install Celo latest,
yes,
what did you do? I kind of missed it.
you mean,
Yeah.
yeah, so latest space
How
create.
you went to the folder of no.
I mean, just open any folder, run npx, Celo, composer, and it should start asking you questions about
Yeah,
the.
I did this part, and then after that you did what?
And after you need to, I name my app Berlin.
Yeah.
So basically I need to go into the folder and then you can run it. So npm dev, yarn dev, or pnpm dev. And because the app is broken on the very basic, we need to fix this first.
Yeah.
So to fix it, open the code and navigate to apps directory, then to web directory, then to source, components, and connect button file.
By the way, is this open source?
Yes,
It has to be, right? Because we just installed
exactly. When you fix it, we will have essentially working application with the mini app support.
I guess forgot to do pm install.
Actually, you don't need. If you put at the end that you want to install the dependencies, they should be there. The app might not work. If you did not fix that.
Yeah, fix it.
Okay, so now when we do pnpm dev, it's welcome to Berlin. So basically there is the name of the app. And give a sec, let this build. And because I have connected wallet within the wrong environment, so I have like Sepolia. But I have like Sepolia. It doesn't show me the balances because I don't have any balance on either the other testnet, either the mainnet. So next, to fix that, because the mini app works only in Sepolia, either Celo mainnet. So we need to add the support for this application to Celo Sepolia. So the one we used to exchange the tokens and the one I have connected to my Ruby wallet. So let's go back to the application. To make that happen, we need to open the layout file. And in the layout file, we have the wallet provider. So I'm opening the wallet provider file. And in the wallet provider, there is also a change to be made, but I think it's not used anywhere. Yes. So in the wallet provider file, I'm importing from wagmi/chains. So wagmi is a library, like totally well-known and used a lot of thousands of applications, which provides the set of, let's say, React hooks, etc. Like hooks providers to like easily communicate with blockchain. Because if you're building an application, usually you have front end, back end, database, and you have blockchain. So usually in the applications like a traditional, the front end is communicating with the server through the API, and the server is talking with the database, saving something, reading, etc., and returning the data to the users, to the front end in that matter. In case of blockchain applications, the front end is talking with the blockchain itself. So if something running, and to talk with with this blockchain, it's very similar how to implement that in a matter of using the API. It's worked very similar way, because for the API we either want something, so let's say we read, either we want to write something, so we are saving, right? So this VAGMI is basically the library which makes it easier for us. And here within the chains, we are importing a couple of the chains which our application supposed to support. There is Celo, Alpha Jores, and when I start typing, I want to add Celo Sepolia, and I'm adding Celo Sepolia because this is the chain which Miniapp supports. Then, when I scroll down a bit, I see the WAGMI config. With create config, there is like a list of chains in my array: Celo Alpha Jores, and Celo Sepolia. So I'm just simply adding this in those two places. I mean, actually three. First, we are adding the import. Second, we are adding the Celo Sepolia as a supported application, supported network. Third, we are adding a transport for Celo Sepolia with the public first used RPC. I'm not going into the details what RPC are, etc. I just keep it on this level. Let me know when you're able to add the Sepolia network. And what's important? Most likely you heard about vibe coding, etc. So what I'm using is one of the, I would say, well-known IDE for also vibe coding, which its name is Cursor. And Cursor have like a built-in, let's say, terminal where you can start chatting with the LLM. In that matter, it's like either Sonnet, either it's ChatGPT. Either it's some Max models, there is a Haiku, Grok code, etc., etc. So basically, what I'm talking about this is, whenever you are coding, you can use like an agent to help you, debug stuff, debug issues. And we had this issue first with our connect button. Most likely, when I just tap here, please fix this issue, it will be pinned down the issue and gonna fix it. I will just try to figure out what we can show here, but bear in mind, I will show you the app in a bit, that there is a lot of AI tools which can be helpful for you. So either, for example, you want to vibe code the smart contract, which is not recommended for putting on a mainnet, but on a testnet, why not? You can mess with that, you can try with that, how the technology works, etc. You can try to vibe code this. And yes, maybe like go a bit back into our application before I start talking about AI and vibe coding, vibe doing graphics, etc. When you, let's say, fix that, so add a network, it's not a fix, it's rather a new improvement to the application. When you add like Sepolia, you save, of course. Now I see that my wallet, I mean, your wallet might be not connected, you might not have wallet, you might not have funds, it's like fine. Most likely it will be zero if you can connect your wallet. My wallet, I know that I have tokens on the Sepolia, which is like 152 Celo tokens. So this app immediately recognizes those tokens, right? It doesn't recognize like CUSD, USDC, and USDT because those addresses are not supported within this chain. So I need to add the addresses, basically support for the Sepolia to make it work. And this basically is our first mini app. It's like mini app where you connect, you see your balance, you can do other things. I never clicked the get started button, but I see it does nothing basically. Yes?
To this point, we just use TypeScript?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like very easy. I mean, TypeScript can be just JavaScript. I mean, I used to use only TypeScript, to be honest. I mean, I like types and how does it work. But JavaScript is fine. This basically is because the MiniPay, what is MiniPay? MiniPay is an application which is essentially like a web application, runs in a built-in environment within this app. So you don't need any more, let's say, knowledge than building a normal applications, normal React applications, Next applications. It's essentially the same. You need to like remember about like a couple of things, mostly related to connecting the wallet. In that matter, we saw them in the Connect Wallet button, that we need to look at the Ethereum is MiniPay environment. Because if it is, then we are not showing the Connect button. Right now, I show it because it's not MiniPay environment. But in a bit, we're gonna run this application on my phone, and I will show you how. So when we have this state, so I fixed the button. I have added like Celo Sepolia. Now I can go like scroll down because this is just you going through the docs. I can scroll down to basically overview of MiniPay. There is, of course, how to spin up the environment for Android, either iOS. And the thing is, for the MiniPay, we need to, as far as I remember, develop on the actual machine. So that matter is like a phone. I'm not sure why. I remember this from the docs. So basically, get started building on MiniPay. We need to install the app. I have the app installed, but the app basically looks like that. You can get this from the App Store. I'm not sure what's the App Store on Android because I'm using iOS, but on iOS it's like an App Store. You just opening a phone, going to the App Store, tap MiniPay, and there will be like Opera MiniPay application, basically looking like that. So you are just installing that to your phone. I have this installed, so I don't need to do this once again. There is also a version for Android, MiniPay Dollar Wallet. MiniPay Dollar Wallet, which is the same application but built for the Android and iOS. And there is Opera Mini Browser with MiniPay for Android, but I'm not sure what the product is because I'm not using Android. But I assume it's the Opera with built-in application. Oh, right now the amount of wallets just grows to 10 million. So I had like wrong data during the presentation, to the FYI. So when you install the app, let's skip this part because I haven't done. What we need to do is we need to enable the developer mode. And the developer mode is the mode where you can connect custom apps to your phone, to your environment. To do this, basically we can just follow the documentation. So you click on the left top corner where is where are the settings? So in my phone, just looks like that. When we scroll down, we see we need to click into the About section. So basically this section, and literally we need just tap into the version like a couple times until we see the confirmation that the developer mode was enabled. When it is enabled, we are going back and we should see developer settings. So those developer settings are not available for the fresh installation. I see some of you are installing the mini app. Are you installing the mini app?
It's not going to the developer mode.
Yeah, for me,
I mean, I already have the app, but
Yeah.
maybe it's. Do I have to update it or something?
I have like the fresh update, and
I just installed it. Check on version all the time. It's not doing.
can you go back? Yeah, and scroll down. You don't have developer at the bottom.
Ah, no, it's there, but it
Yeah.
will pop up or something.
So there might not be a pop-up.
It's
Okay.
updating.
Is there a way to get verification code not in WhatsApp? I don't use it on this phone.
I'm not sure.
Maybe we can work on the Lemonade. You can do the
Um,
passkey.
I mean,
That's the verification.
so sign up on the Lemonade
For people to check in and proof of.
after this, after running the app.
After
Yeah.
the-
After running the app. So the pop-up might not show, but if you go back, just check if there are developer settings. So yeah, when you have them, there is like one thing to do. So basically just tap use testnet.
Developer setting is not in the about.
Yeah, it's before. It's like in the global section. And I think there is no pop-up, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
So just tap on the version a couple times and it should enable.
Documentation needs to be updated.
Yeah, documentation is the place we need to update a bit. Yeah, so just use the testnet, like mark this, and there is like a load test page. In the newest version is test your mini app. So if you click on test your mini app, there will be a modal, and this modal essentially takes a URL, so looks like this. Now looks like this, and there we need to put the URL of our app. But on our machine, we used like a local host. So basically the environment we have only around our machine. So what we need to do to make it happen is to use tool, for example, like ngrok. And ngrok is like there is a guide how to spin up an ngrok. There is a guide how to spin up an ngrok. I won't go through it because it's like another service. You need to register, confirm, add 2FA, etc., etc. So it takes a bit of time. It's not like the most crucial here. But when you do this, so when you like spin up the ngrok, what you can do is I have my mini app running still, just opening a new tab. And I can use because my application is running on the port 3000, I can make this port visible to outside users, like also for you. So you will be able to connect to my application, which is running on my phone, on my MacBook. So what you see is, I'm not sure how to send you this link, but we'll manage. What do you see is, sorry, not this one. Yes, what do you see? My application is online. It's online on my account. There's my private email. I'm basically in Europe. There's some latency. And this application is forwarding. So basically this URL is forwarding to my local host, right? This is only for the development, only live right now because I have ngrok live. So I can just copy this URL, open this, and you're about to visit some ngrok free app, right? Doesn't matter. I will close that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm clicking test your mini app, and there is a place for this ngrok URL, which I can paste, and I can click load. And when does it load, I see the same page I used to see in the browser like a second ago. I just click visit site, and you see that I requested the files to load, so ngrok is immediately like opening the proxy to global world. So I see the application, the same one I had, a second ago into my MacBook in my phone. So we also can connect to this application. If you have like your mini app installed and you have the developer settings on, you can just go to the developer settings. Yes, you can just go to.
What was your command to launch ngrok? Ngrok
Do you have you need an account, etc.
I think I have one.
Okay, so it's ngrok. Give me a second. I think ngrok HTTP 3000.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah, if you have an account, you can do it on your own machine. But I don't want to go through creating the account because it's like a bit takes time. So what you can do is essentially just take your phone, enable developer settings, enable testnet, and click launch mobile app on your phone. Unfortunately, I can't share my phone screen. What would be easier? And when there is URL, you can just put this URL. I mean, I can try to send this to you somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So if you connect to this URL, so F something, ngrok free app, you will be able to open the mini app locally. And this is basically the environment which now you can start working on. So you can develop on your Mac and you can test constantly on your phone in like a mini app environment and explore, try, build things, etc. Basically this way we spin up the live environment which can be used for building the applications. Then shipping to Opera and earning money, for example. Yes, so feel free to connect. So yeah, this is like some logical finish of one part of the workshops. What's more, and what I started, like what we want to ask you is to register on Lemonade, because that is, helpful for us, but also necessary for being included into the circuit program. So give me a second. I need to find the link. Lemonade Berlin. Yes, so let me maybe do like that to have all the things visible. Yes, so the URL at the top is the URL for our mini app. If you want to try, if you want to connect, if you want to run this, you will see the connected wallet like immediately when you open the app, because this wallet is taken from the environment. So the case is that the users, whenever they are opening your application on the mini app, they don't need to connect any wallet. You have immediate access to the balances. You can immediately, they like onboarded, they like logged in already to your account, to your app, basically. So this is where the mini app is really, really, really crucial in terms of the environment. And yes, you can connect, but please also register on Lemonade. Lemonade is very similar to Luma in terms of how does it work. It contains all the details about the session and current workshop and circuit program also, all the links to the Celo documentation, to all the links necessary basically to be a part of this, and also link to Karma, which I know for a fact is not working, but we will provide a working one in today, in a second. let me know when you be able to either connect to the app, either register on Lemonade.
Everyone is working so silently.
Yes, I like that. If you have any questions, like feel free to disturb me. I'm just trying to talk constantly, and sometimes I might be doing things too fast. So if something is, need a more explanation, like feel free to raise questions.
Let me talk a little bit. Everyone's so silent.
Yeah, sure.
So, regarding this application, the full idea is creating a sample project in here using tokens in Celo blockchain. I hope you have some questions, and like we can work through a Q&A session and we can answer all of it. It doesn't have to be regarding the project. You can ask about the blockchain. You can ask about the security program, or you can ask about like joining the Lemonade, why we are working on it. Celo is right now, Berlin is part of the workshops. We are planning another workshop. Let's say you cannot join in person in Berlin. We are not planning another workshop in Munich.
Yes.
It's not official yet. We are planning to showcase it maybe next week or during the November. So don't worry regarding, let's say, it didn't work out and stuff. You can ask always questions regarding Celo EU or Celo Germany. In the start of the session, we have the QR codes. You can also probably get into Lemonade from QR code and other programs.
Yes.
So regarding this application, I believe, let's say you don't watch this during the documentation part, needs to be a little bit updated, but other than Wallet Connect,
Yes.
we don't have much error, and we show you the reason of it. So if you just change the naming, it will work. PMPM is like general part of it. If you have any issue with npm dev, you can use the PMPM version. If you use your faucet, and let's say the faucet didn't work, we can send you Celo token.
Yes, feel free to just put your wallet address on chat, whatever, and we will handle tokens.
And let's say during this workshop session, you didn't bring your laptop with you. You can always ask the same session to us. Say, I was in the session, I didn't bring my laptop, I'm having trouble in here, can you help? And like after session this week, we are happy to help, answer your questions regarding this project. And after this session, we are planning to get into a break, like 15 minutes. After that, we will get back and talk about another sample project or short-lived program. Don't be stressed. So even if this doesn't work, it doesn't matter. It's only for you to get started with the Celo blockchain.
Exactly. And what matters the most basically is the idea, what you want to build, and the willing to basically do it. Because we can showcase you from scratch how to spin up the DeFi, AMM, launch it, etc. But it doesn't matter if you don't want to do the things on your own. And second, the most always interesting and exciting part of building project is having the idea and seeing the idea online, seeing that people are using the thing you imagine to build, basically. So yeah, I mean, we are here to definitely help, to chat with you, to answer questions, to, I think, guide you through the programs we have, through what you can use, etc. And yeah, of course, we are totally happy to see the apps growing, see the apps, being built. There is plenty of AI tools which can be used. So after maybe the short break, I will show you some of them, Cursor, which is IDE for coding, where we can very simple prompt to change this page to look some differently. With just one prompt, the AI will handle the rest. I will actually do this in a sec, just to show you how it works. There is like ChatGPT, there is Cursor, a code, there is Grok, so various LLMs for chat and get the answer. Those are really helpful in terms of I love to use them to brainstorm basically. So ask the question, try to pinpoint me where are the lacks of my thinking, etc., etc. Then you can use the, let's say, Gemini Banana. I think it's called Banana, or I'm mistaken, for generating the images, right? So you need a logo, for example, or you even can use ChatGPT for a logo. And so it can generate for you the things. So if you need some images to the application, go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, and use them. Prompt them, okay, generate me a logo of banana, for example. I actually will do this in a sec. Then you can use this. So basically, there are tools to help you. In terms of the layout of the page, there are some tools like Lovable, for example, where you can prompt to build a page for actual project. But from my experience, you need at least to be some part of like a developer to do this, because those apps are not meant for crypto mostly, so they don't really understand the context, etc. And yeah, so you need at least some like a coding experience to use them. But they are also helpful for design of the landing page, for example. Because what is landing page? Landing page is an application. Application is a website where you're selling your idea, so you're convincing your customers to use it, right? So yeah, maybe if you had a chance to first either connect to Lemonade or try the app on your phone, it's still working. Then there is no connect button, so that's the difference in terms of like this is MiniPy environment or not in terms of this app. So maybe let's try to do like a redesign of this page, for example. So there is my agent. I don't remember how to, sidebar, yeah. There is my agent. I'm connected to Sonnet 4.5. And I want our Berlin application to look a bit differently. So I don't have really an idea how I want to look, but modify only page.tsx file. I want to improve the design, the UX, and the goal for this application is to showcase all NFTs on my wallet. For example, we won't implement that, but I want the AI to basically mock for me the whole view. Mock the UI. Mock means just create the UI on some mock data, so basically dummy data on dummy data, like the NFTs. I want you to create functional. As you see, my prompt is not best. It's, I would say, kind of bad in those terms. It's just like a simple prompt. I'm not sure what I can do, what I want to do, but I want to improve the UI and I want to showcase all the NFTs on my application. So this application, I just run it, and you see that AI is starting to make the moves. It's thinking, I will help you create a beautiful NFT gallery showcase. So I understand what I asked for, and it have some steps which we'll use to basically transform my application. And right now it's mocking the data. It's all mocked data. It's preparing. And it will be, I assume, implementing this in like a sec or two. So this is just a showcase, but this showcase is actually something which you can use in like real life coding. So me personally, I don't really like to build UIs, etc. But you have to, or do some like a boring stuff. So I'm usually using AI for it. And be aware, the AI is not usual. I mean, it's very smart, but you need to kind of verify. You can't just ask and deploy. Even if it looks like it's working, usually it's like not always. So bear in mind for that. But yeah, I mean, it routes a lot of our application, right? And you see that first, I have the proposition for the code. I can accept this, either reject this. Second, I have the summary. So basically the AI for me created like a fully functional NFT gallery with improved design and UX that showcases wallet NFTs using mock data. I asked specifically for mock data because I didn't want it to connect any API from like OpenSea, etc. I'm not even sure what's available for now, and my wallet don't have really NFTs. So the AI essentially modified the app for me, and I asked only to modify this file, so it put everything in it. That most likely not the best solution. It's not, but it's a showcase. So I'm just gonna accept all, save it, and this is how our app looks right now. I just use like 3 sentences. And my NFT gallery. Of course, this is like mock data, but there's some animations. Don't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, I was expecting worse. But there's some animations. This is like looks somehow. There are filters, which even are working. So mostly for spinning up something like this, I mean, it's a good starter, right? Now what we need to do is to connect the real data, and we have the NFT gallery application, which can be shipped to the mini app. Of course, it's not like interacting with the blockchain yet, but it can. So the next thing I would add to this application is like, I want to mint my own collection, right? Or I want to mint another NFT. So mint page. So what we can do is to ask, prepare for me the mint page, like follow the style of the application, etc. So essentially leveraging AI where it's useful, but of course, bear in mind, you need to verify, right? So here I have all the data. So, rarity, likes, views, everything, but the app is working. I mean, I'm kind of happy with what the AI is presented. I see it left our connected wallet, etc., like balances, which can be removed, but I assume it left this because I didn't ask for a removal. It's like user balances here. I can just, hide this, so our application looks way, way better. One simple prompt. What's more, we have this navigation. We can ask for a minting page, which can be like a nice, touch for, okay, we have NFTs, we can maybe mint an NFT. And what is minting? And what are the NFTs, maybe, foremost? So NFTs are the smart NFT. It's like a smart contract by special standard, ERC 71. And this smart contract is like a contract we are putting on chain. And the smart contract is tied to some particular, in terms of NFTs, usually it's art. And this art have some faces, either some PFPs or stuff like that. I can show you one of the example NFTs. So OpenSea is one of the biggest NFT marketplace. And we can take some collections. Celo is not supported, so I'm not gonna show you, but I will show you like a CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks is one of the most famous NFT collections, I think. Right now the price for the cheapest one is 35 Ethereum, which 35 Ethereum to USD means 121k US dollars. Kind of expensive, you ask me, for just a PFP like that. But this is NFT. I mean, NFTs, if you think about them as just the image, it doesn't really make sense. But if you think about them as a community, for example, so I'm an artist. I want to put my art on chain. I want to have all the owners on my art, access to me in my group or something like that. So, but essentially, I'm creating a community, right? So, this is about the NFTs mostly. It's just a technology to spread the art, create the communities, and for access to particular communities, people are willing to pay. And one, the idea of the products. I'm an artist. I want to tokenize my art. I want to put this on chain. I want to enable the minting through the application. Maybe I want to build an application where artists can tokenize their collections. So I can build, let's say, an NFT marketplace, but it's like an on-chain gallery. So that's one idea one of you can build, and we're gonna kind of vibe code this like right now. But vibe code means just prompt to have it, some kind, maybe not even working, but showcasing. So I will do another prompt. I want to add a new page. The new page will be a mint NFT page. So I have a gallery of NFTs with Mosk data. I want this mint NFT page to add a new NFT to my mocked data. So what I'm asking the LLM, so basically the AI, I have a gallery of mocked NFTs. I want a new page where user can add another NFT to my mocked data. Then everything will be stored locally. So it's like, I will ask for that. Store it only locally in data JSON file. What will LLM do? So the cursor in that matter, you can use ChatGPT for that. I'm just, using the IDE because it's like easy for me, but it's essentially built in ChatGPT into the IDE, and it's just modifying the, files on the fly. So right now, you see there's like 5 to-do lists. It's preparing the NFTs.json file, which is essentially our database. I mean, this on the normal environment would be put on chain. And right now it's doing some actions. So, add the NFT, remove the NFT, etc. And even it's using a server. I mean, I don't want to explore into details of what it's doing, but let's see. I mean, I'm curious, to be honest. I've never tried that before, so kind of figuring right now what we can do, like trying to build some idea, because if it's gonna prompt us and give us, the mint the NFT gallery, essentially what's left is we can spin up the NFT contract, deploy this on chain, connect this to our application, and we have fully working on NFT on-chain application. Just by asking the LLM to doing this for us. And that's just one example how you can use it, how it's built. There is another tools, like I mentioned Lovable, I will show you in a sec. There is ChatGPT, we all know it. It's like great for prototyping, it's great for asking, etc. I mean, it's taking a bit long, I'm surprised. I'm curious.
Would go on in this space, like project now is really short and small. There's not a lot of files or a long line of lines of code.
Yeah.
But you will really fast get to a point where you have like a big files,
Yeah.
a lot of files, and
Yeah, I mean,
then your cursor and then your AI will not can handle this properly anymore at some point, and the project will be bigger.
yeah, I mean, the one thing you need to worry about using the LLMs is like it likes to produce a lot of files, so it's hard to get and understand, and some of them is like useless, etc. So it has to be controlled. I mean, I wouldn't personally do that in like production environment, and I wouldn't ship this, but for me, for now, it's just like example of how this can be utilized. So you can essentially try to prompt to build the application and try to put this on chain. I even ask in a sec to build for me the smart contract and maybe deployment script, and maybe we can deploy. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I assume it does. So it's something, we can try to mess around, we can explore. And if you don't have like experience with Celo, with mini apps, with things like that, it's like great, buddy to help you. So treat this like that, as your friend, which can be used for helping you into, adding something, shipping something, exploring something, building the UI. Because what I'm doing right now is build the UI. Okay, I think it's coming to an end. It's like 4 or 5 points already, and it's...
What I'm doing with it also is like I find the location of the bug or something.
Yeah, this is great.
Then I have the location, then I tell him, okay, this you have to change this, and then I don't have to write the code, but I have to think how I want to write my code.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to code, the AI is great because it's like giving you very fast approach to get things. You need to verify still, but I sometimes have an issues like this filter doesn't work, for example. So I'm just prompting, fix this filter. It should do this and that and that and that. Easy, and usually it's working. If it's not, just change the prompts, etc., and it should be. Okay, so you see our page was modified. We have like a mint NFT button. The navbar was modified. So I just click this, and this is like purely new page, completely designed and created by AI. I just use like, 2 prompts to achieve everything. There's back button, there's some title, there's some nice icon. It figure out that your NFT detail need the name, need the collection, like some token ID, description. Like some parts of it are not really necessary, but we didn't give details. I just mentioned like NFT, right? It's nothing more. You can choose like image. So I will do like test 1, describe test NFT, and it will be like super legendary. Do like, I like this color, this legendary. I mean, it's not great. NFT minted successfully, and yeah, our NFT is showing here. Of course, it's not connected to the blockchain, but I created this like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just prompting. And this is what AI gives us, basically. And this AI is, expanding into better and better and better and better technology. Like 2 years ago, the AI was like, yes, I can create and we'll do like nothing really working on. And right now we can essentially vibe code almost working application. So what we need right now is to make it work, like actually make it work, because we have a mint page. We would need to add like, mint function, which connects to the blockchain and actually writes a transaction. I mean, we can try, but I think I don't want to go into like that vibe coding session. So yeah, this is like just using cursor. So built in. And what is cursor? This is, I think, good to say because I'm using some tag, but I'm not showing how does it work. The cursor is the IDE. So essentially, you're using Visual Studio Code, you're using JetBrains solution or something. So this is like Visual Studio Code on steroids, I would say. So you have like everything you're using normally in Visual Studio Code, but you also have this agent. So this like editor or the whole agents view where you have like a ChatGPT style of history, spinning up agents, etc. You can, I assume, do some of them. I'm using editor. I'm like kind of, old-fashioned with the AI, but this is basically the whole agentic powered IDE to use for coding. It's not expensive. It's like $20 per month, I think, something like that. But it's like, bootstrapping your work like 10 times when you know how to use it, because plenty of things you can do simply by just talking with the chat. And also what is useful is like it auto-completes plenty of stuff. So if you want some import, if you want to add some state or something like that, it just gives you the proposition for autocomplete. I know. I just want to show like a Lovable and Gemini, and we can do like a break.
Before that, maybe you want to mention the Celo MCP server
I
that can integrate to cursor.
we can do later, yes. So another thing which can be used is Lovable. I'm typing it wrong, I think. Yes, Lovable. So Lovable is basically creating your apps and websites by just prompting. So let's say you don't have code at all. You can just prompt into Lovable and you will get something. So from the community, there are public/open projects. Usually it's like, landing pages, stuff like that. If you need for your project, it can be useful for using. Let's take this Greek lessons. I will just click view project, and the Lovable created the whole landing page. I assume, explaining the person, the lessons, what she's doing. You can enroll, etc., etc. So this is also like kind of useful connected with the Instagram, kind of useful for if you want to build some business, you want to show the landing page, go to the Lovable. There's also like Gemini or ChatGPT. Actually, we'll use ChatGPT on different browser. ChatGPT like for example DALL-E. So DALL-E can generate you an image, generate a logo with banana. So by a simple prompt, we can modern logo for tech brands, NFT collection, gallery, make it banana. But no. So essentially by 2 prompts, it's gonna create me like one image, and I can iterate on that. So what's useful and what do you need to remember in terms of like the LLMs? Just give them context. I mean, in terms of, it's bad. It's just friendly vibe. You need to give it context, and more information you're gonna give it, the better output and results you get, and also the more strict comment you're gonna give it, the better result you will get. For example, I wanted without text, friendly banana, good vibe, so this can be logo for my application, for example, right? So if you need some images because your app, need to look something, you need the background for your application or anything, you can simply still use LLM, ask it, and you will have, you will get graphics. There is one issue of it. It can't really generate, if you want 100 graphics, the same theme, etc., it's gonna most likely not be the best case. So still are the better tools for that. I don't know them. I'm not like graphic designer, but I know that if you're prototyping, if you want to build your application, etc., for the very, let's say, base, for the starter, the ChatGPT, the LLMs, the Claude are the best you can get. I mean, the easiest. It's also not expensive and most likely gonna help you in most cases. Yes, I would suggest a short break. It's like I think 2 hours already, and ask for registration into Lemonade.
So maybe start with program, and this one should be either we can make an intro how to make registration. They need a wallet for Lemonade.
Sorry?
Okay.
Yes.
For Lemonade registration is needed to apply to circuit program.
Yes.
And circuit program, we just will explain it after the break. So you can apply it, you can get grants, you can get other things. It's like full-on service. We will have QA sessions. You can ask your questions, and you can join your project. We want to make you into groups. You can be solo developer. You can add your friends with you in your project. For example, you may be very good front-end developer. You can be very good back-end or blockchain developer,
Yeah.
or an idea guy. Doesn't matter. But when you want to work together in a group, since you joined the today's session, you are eligible to join the program.
Yes.
But you need to apply to Lemonade and apply with a wallet, a Celo wallet, and we register you as like a proof of participation. Then you can apply with your project. Doesn't matter. You can join me online also. We apply your project idea into Circuits program,
Yes.
and for that we need your Lemonade application. Like Lemonade is just Luma on the blockchain part. They have partnership with Celo, and they want to grow it. So this is part of it. And during this month, after the break, we will explain more about the Circuits program. And like these kind of projects that you created with Cursor, you created your own media solution, Twitter solution, or your AI project that is very futuristic, or DeFi project. Celo is like these kind of projects that you have in your mind. You can be student, you can be group, you can be like blockchain developer for years. Doesn't matter, apply, give your idea, we will support you, we will get you into something. I'm responsible, all of you in the Berlin, and I'm responsible like in general German community. You can ask your questions to me. You can ask your questions online to Devrel
Yes.
during the program, and I hope you will be very, very successful. If you want some kind of competition participation, other than participation, it gives you some kind of pressure to make your project into reality, and we are your support system during this program.
Yeah. So basically there will be like open Telegram channels. So this is like, as mentioned, basically a proof of attendance. Then there will be like a karma gap, etc. for submitting the actual project, but this is later. We just need to, somehow connect the people who are here, who are listening, with projects they're actually building. So yeah, please join. I see like some of you already did, so it's great, thank you. And yeah, let's do like a quick, 10-15 minutes break / networking session. Just don't leave, stay here, we can chat, ask question, brainstorm, and do like, idea brainstorming.